Pastor Manning has been in a little bit of a fight with TYT for about a year and a half at this point. And, you know, we keep making videos in response to one another. And our most recent video was about this sign that he put in front of his church in Harlem that was alleging that Obama is part of this homosexual conspiracy and agenda, and they're snatching away all the black men from black women. He's absolutely insane. So he saw that video and he wanted to respond to me and Cenk, and it's hilarious. Take a look.
Let me just say something else about you. I've discovered after watching you try to tear me apart, you and your partner there, Betty Boop. You know, Cenk, I suspect that you are either homosexual in the closet, or a heavy homosexual sympathizer, or you have been involved heavily in homosexuality, and you are in denial. Let me point up a couple of things. But see how you wear that shirt, how you wear it open, you know, and trying to show your little chest hair and all that kind of thing, and as if you got a breast. You see, men who do that, who try to show their chest, you know, if you wear your shirt below the second button, you know, that means you're trying to show something. You know, you look like a brown-skinned Lupita, that woman who won the Oscar, and all them women out there the other day at the Oscars showing their bare chest with no bras on. You look like, that you're trying to show your breast. I think you're probably jealous also of whatever that woman's name. I never figured out what her name is. I just call her Betty Boop, who's got, well, you know, you see what kind of frontal assault she has there below her neckline. So I figured it out, Cenk.
Well, right. I love how much he obsesses over my frontal assault.
That's such a great nickname.
You got two great nicknames.
You got two great nicknames out of that. Frontal assault and Betty Boop. But you see, that's the thing, I can't quite figure out his sexuality, right? Because on the one hand, he's like obsessed with your breasts. On the other hand, he's apparently obsessed with my breasts. Yeah. He thinks this tiny little, I mean, he's trying to look down my shirt from this little bit of crease here.
He's somewhere on that Kinsey scale, Cenk. He's somewhere on there. You know, maybe he's digging both. As long as there's a little bit of flesh in that area, you know, he's all about that frontal assault. He can't stop talking about it.
Yeah,
he's going to talk. Amazing.
He's going to talk about it more in a second. But so now look, he had a couple of nice compliments for us in some ways, especially for me. One, right in the beginning, he talked about how popular we are. So thank you, I appreciate that. He figured out how to say my name. I appreciate that. Right? He figured out where I'm from. And then at the end, he's going to have a very interesting compliment. I'm not sure he meant. Now, look, at some point we got to stop talking about him. But every time I say that, he pulls me back in.
He does. I mean, at this point, we should really stop. But how do you not bring this video to the audience? I mean, he's so entertaining. I'm entertained by him. Look, when he originally decided to attack me just because I'm a woman and just because I have breasts, like that, you know, annoyed me. But I also found it a little funny because he was so unaware of his own misogyny, right? But this video is so utterly ridiculous that all you can really do is laugh at it. Like, there's no argument here. I'm giving him a pass. I almost kind of like him after this video. Like that.
No, you're right. He's an old school carnival barker, right?
He's insane.
So that's exactly what he is. And he was right about one thing he said. He said, you're either homosexual or a heavy homosexual sympathizer. But that actually I am. I am a heavy homosexual sympathizer. I sympathize with homosexuals. You're right.
You got it right.
Okay. Yeah. More genius from Pastor Man.
Let's take a look.
I think that the reason why you're doing all that snickering there today is that your partner, Betty Boop, I think she knows that you're homosexual, and I'm pretty sure that she's a lesbian too. She's got those hard lines, you know, like a lesbian. And because I can't imagine a straight woman not having, because you know, there you are, both of y'all. I ought to call y'all the breast twins. And if we have to describe things that are anatomical, that gives us an idea of where you are coming from and what you are all about. And especially if you are deceitful with it. And you know, Cenk, so I think Miss Betty Boop, I think she's a lesbian. And, you know, because were she not a lesbian, she would look at you a different way. And were you not a homosexual, you wouldn't be laughing about her. Y'all would have a better thing going on, I would believe.
See, but that's my favorite compliment.
If
you were not a lesbian, obviously you'd be into me. So
I couldn't help myself.
Of course, obviously. Look at me. And look at all the breasts I'm showing. How could you possibly resist unless you had hard lines?
Right. Oh, I love how Pastor Manny is noticing my very hard lines. God, he's like so sexual about everything. Instead of arguing with us based on logic or rationality, I don't know, you disagree with us from an ideological standpoint, whatever it is. No. All of his criticisms have to do with the way we look, the way Cenk is dressed. I mean...
And I'm brown skinned, okay? He keeps coming back to that.
Bada boop. Bada boop.
Well, that's exactly what you'd expect from the breast twins. In fact, Anna, breast twins activate in the form of hairy chest. Okay, by the way, let's give the guy what he's looking for. I mean, he's obviously obsessed with how many buttons
give it to him, Cenk.
Okay, I only have one button unbuttoned, but I can do two for you, Pastor Manny.
Give it to him.
Okay.
Give it to him.
Oh, I hope you're sitting, Pastor Manny. Here it comes.
Oh, frontal assault.
Frontal assault. Breast twins activate. Now he made a mess. He's got to go clean that up.